was a prolific kick getter in the first half towards centre half forward. Bohm not quite. Smith. Bohm again. Left foot. Van Dommel. Oh, didn't really want it too hard. Krieg. Drop punt. Edwards and Reid. Edwards with a fly, and he takes the mark.
I think he wanted it, Bruce. I think he would have got it if he had a head-on collision. I think it's better to be alive and out there than run a bloke up the front when it's a bit dangerous and you're a bit uncertain. Still.
Edwards from the pocket. Floating punt kick. Got the distance. Never looked a chance, though. And Greg Edwards today has kicked 2 points in what's been a shutout for him so far. And Central District go to 8-goal, 10 to 15-6. So there's not a lot of difference in the scoring shots. And we do get the feeling at half-time that Sturt aren't going quite as well as they were.
Peter Krieg, who's taken charge on the half-forward flank at the last 10 minutes of the second quarter. His kicking for goal wasn't too good to start with. Then he kicked a couple. Kicking into the full forward area. Trevor Sims spoils forward to Rusciak. Rusciak round the corner for a goal. Well done, Lindsay Rusciak. Nice bit of scouting off the spoil. Snaps the goal. And Central Districts now get their ninth. They're 9 goals 10. Sturt 15 goals 6.
Rusciak has got 2 goals. I've got him now for 1, but we'll just check on that. But Rusciak with at least 1. Anyway, 9-10 to 15-6.
I've got him 1 too, Bruce.
Reckon he might be 1. 15-6 to 9-10.
Bill on the top. Barrington left it for Zoom. Central District needed that goal. If they can get another one, this is going to be interesting. Trigger around the body. Gillies in the front spot, or Rusciak rather, he almost played it. He can get over quickly, they've got a chance, he got it to right. Right, steady.
Went to go for a handball, took a long time, but he looked for Gillies. Gillies took the mark on the half-forward flank. Raining at Football Park, we've been told, and it looks like it's on the way, and that's what Robert Odie told me at half-time, that it was
just up above the grandstand, Bruce.
Definitely coming. Gillies has put it through. Central Districts are raining goals here at the moment. That's the second goal within 2 minutes of the second half, and they got a couple late in the second quarter. It's 10-10 to 15-6.
Yes, I don't think there's anything in this game, Bruce. I think Sturt have stopped to a walk. Frank Spiel showed a little bit of a sign, rather, of slowing down just before half-time. And Big Cousins in the ruck is playing very, very well indeed.
Frank Spiel's done a mighty job in the ruck. Cousins doing most of it now. Moore started. Cousins is making a difference. High kick. Wilson and Zubranik. Zubranik's been a big winner. Trigg. Zubranik. Wilson fell over. Zubranik played beautifully. Handball over the top to Radbone. Radbone's got a bit of space. Could use Pfeiffer, decided not to. Goes long. Basenko and Davies. Davies almost taken it, not played. To the pocket. Basenko runs it over the boundary line. Ball. Couldn't really see there, but I thought Rick might have held it.
Yes, it might have just with his hands at the last second, Bruce. He certainly marked it on his chest when he fell. It may have just lost control. Out of bounds in the forward pocket. Davies and Bythene contesting the ruck. Smith behind the pack. Bythene in front. Davies just lays it off to Pfeiffer. Beautiful bit of scouting. Needs an A-grade bounce, does Pfeiffer. Trying his hardest. It's going backwards, sideways. Basenko getting there first, ahead of Davies. Just handballs it out of bounds. Umpire says not deliberate. Throw it in. Other forward pocket this time.
It'll be Davies and Bythene against one another. Davies kicked 8 goals in that first half. Bythene the front spot. Davies used his body strongly. Bythene tried to get back. Basenko. Bohm. Little left footer around the corner. Smith getting back on it with Bubner. Gillies trapped it beautifully. The handball first class to Van Dommel. Central District definitely playing well. Krieg in front. Pate is loose, as Robert mentioned moments ago. Krieg short. Robertson on a leg. Taken the long sleeve jersey off, or Guernsey off at half time. Drop punt. Right against Wiseman. Left it for Edwards. Sturt just a little ragged.
Yes, they're winning well at the moment up forward. The Central District's players. They're getting the ball a little bit more quickly now. They were finessing up until about 10 minutes before half-time, trying to make plays on that weren't on, but now they're attacking the goal front. Greg Edwards just missed to the square, spoiled away by Wiseman. Rusciak sharking it again, kicks it across his body and out of bounds, just right behind the behind post. Central District kicking to the northern end. 15-6 Sturt, Central's 10-10.
Central have kicked 2-1 since half-time. Sturt haven't scored, and they're kicking to what we think is a scoring end. Well, it certainly has been. Wind might have died a bit. Wiseman with a long one. Spiel in the front spot against Cousins. Radbone carried it beautifully. High drop punt. Motley getting underneath it with Bytheen. Motley took a magnificent mark. One of the hardest marks in football to take with the fingers. Davies calling for it in the goal square.
He'll get the distance, Bruce, if he just puts the kick away. He's only got to time it.
Had a very quiet first half. Looked very tired at half-time. Didn't time it to the goal square. Smith takes the mark, but Bohm will get the free. Smith gave Bohm a shove.
That wind doesn't seem to be as strong at the moment as Bohm comes out to the pocket towards Gillies. Gillies renowned for his running play. Perhaps runs a bit wide at times, kicks it down the line. It's a very dangerous kick, but he's very accurate nevertheless in the sense that he's kept it in play. Craig running back down the ground now. Form a barrier back there across the centre. As Cousins and Spiel contest. Norsworthy puts a hand on it. Hollis takes the ball, centres it to centre half forward. We've got Pfeiffer against the two biggest blokes on the ground, and they both miss it. Big by comparison with Pfeiffer, that is. Trigg kicking it out ahead of Dean Mobbs. Beautiful lead by Mobbs and a beautiful kick. Mobbs pays the compliment to Rusciak also with a beautiful pass. Rusciak kicking over half forward to right in front, where he's been most of the day. He's too tall for Jeff Wiseman. Central looking dangerous in attack. And over the top, Peter Reid outmarked by Greg Edwards.
Edwards at centre half forward. He's making a bit of a difference. He hasn't kicked a goal yet, Edwards, but certainly making a difference at centre half forward in the fact that he's taken 2 or 3 strong marks in this term, and I don't think he had a mark in the first half. Spiel again on the mark. He does this so they can't get in too close when they're about the limit. He's missed it, Edwards, who would be disappointed. So would Hicks, because Central District could be right back in this. 10-11 to 15-6. They've had exactly the same amount of scoring shots as Sturt, and at one stage Sturt led by 10 goals, which was the same margin that Central District led by when they first played at Football Park.
Yeah, Central are certainly playing a lot more confidently. Sturt have lost that speed of give and run that they had early in the game.
Edwards, after Cousins laid it down. Craig Van Dommel missed it though. Pate gets back on it. Pate's had a quarter since after playing a brilliant first quarter and a half. Almost to Van Dommel. Pate gets back. Norsworthy gives it to Krieg. Krieg toward the pocket. Robertson. Shins behind him. Robertson to Norsworthy. Norsworthy shrugged off Derrington. He can have a shot. This is going to go through, I reckon. If it's got the distance, it has it or has it. Point. Touched.
He was nearly a mark to Greg Edwards. He must have dropped the ball. He thought he had it.
So 2-3 to Norsworthy. 10-12 to 15-6. 4 goals the difference. You wouldn't believe this was possible halfway through the second quarter, but it is. Zubranic brings it back in. High towards Cousins. Spiel thumped it on. Heinrich played a beautiful first half and gave that magnificently to Derrington. Derrington towards Motley. Bytheen in the front spot.
Quite right. Beautiful mark, Bytheen. Too tall for Peter Motley. Bytheen relieving for Centrals. Kicks the ball to the half-forward line. Pake spoils away. Heinrich, Derrington again. Quick kick to Michael Graham. Graham plays on. Peter Bubner took his eye off him. He's going to try and run around. He does. Philip Graham's got him under control towards Motley. Motley to Graham. Graham dodges. He'll have a shot for goal. Kicks it right into the square. Davies and Basenko, they both fall over. Runs through for a behind. Michael Graham being rather selfish there in that particular passage of play. Handballed it to himself twice. And perhaps a kick forward to Rick Davies is in scintillating form in the goal square may have been more advantageous for Sturt.
1-1 to Graham. Van Dommel's put a lead on. Basenko's going out that way, but further towards Cousins. Spiel and Cousins. Cousins almost took a good one. It comes down to Hollis. Hollis on his wrong leg. Short. Rusciak on the half volley. Pfeiffer. Zoom. Over the top to Smith. Smith should kick a goal. Drop punt. Straight through. 16-7, 10-12. Smith's got 2.
Sturt played Darryl Smith on that, up in that forward line, and one can see why. He's absolutely deadly off the foot. Perhaps lost a little bit of the toe that he had when he first started playing football before his series of knee injuries. But on that occasion, when they got the ball across to him, he balanced himself very quickly and shot through a very, very accurate kick. Which is well done indeed.
That could be the steadier, Robert.
Certainly a steadier for the moment. The wind's not quite as strong. The little windsock in the bowling green not blowing quite as strongly as it was earlier, Bruce.
Richard Cousins has certainly given Central District a lift. Doing most of the ruck work now. Van Dommel laid it on toward Rusciak. Wilson picked it up beautifully, but Sturt haven't given Wilson any freedom. Pake's handball beautiful to Zubernick. Now they look better to Graham. Zoom tracked it magnificently. Didn't screw punt it all that well. Davies running in toward it. Ball in. Zoom didn't quite finish off what looked to be a first-class piece of play.
It was a beautiful handball by Michael Graham, better than his earlier performance a few moments ago. But Andrew Zoom not controlling the kick at all, tried to kick it out of the ground. Out of bounds in the pocket. Davies and Bytheen again. They've contested every time up forward. Picked up by Bosanko. Motley pushes him in the side. Doesn't interfere with the kick as it goes out towards Craig. And he marks the ball. Neil Craig within distance if that wind has still got any strength in it. The smoke in the hills just ahead of us shows that there's not a lot of drift on the wind at the moment.
Craig from the half-forward flank. Screw punt. Got onto it. It's a long one. Davies getting set. Thumped beautifully through by Bytheen. Did that very well. Craig's kick was very good. And so Sturt go to 16-8 to 10-12 as Bosanko will bring it back in. Triggs giving him a lead. It'll sit for Trigg. Trapped it nicely. High kick to nobody in particular. Radbone running back. Handball not good. Rusciak got it. Mobbs. Now Mobbs with a little drop punt. Not all that well directed. Howard should get back on it. Edwards out on a lead. Edwards plays it toward the boundary. Howard interfered with him a little bit, but Kinnear decided not to pay the free and it'll be a ball in.
Out of bounds, forward pocket for Central District. Right in front of the clock here at Unley Oval. Sims coming out to contest the ruck with Michael Wright, the centre half forward for Central. Right from the back. It's a long knock forward. Van Dommel gets there. Howard traps it. Kicks it with his left foot quickly. Under pressure. Knocked on by Heinrich to Pake. Pake dummies a handball. It's taken off his hand by Robertson. Sturt in trouble. Well done, Robertson. Recovered the ball in that area. Held it there for his teammates. Give them another chance. Spill and Cousins. Cousins for Central. Number 31. 3 for Sturt. Spill. Knocks it to Graham. He misses it. Reid overruns the ball. Recovers to it. Zubernick takes it out of his hands. Almost a throw. Pake. He leaves it behind also. Wilson gets one of his few touches for the day. Pfeiffer. On to Robertson. Zubernick played a magnificent game at half-back. Pushed in the back. No free kick. Van Dommel recovers the ball. Kicks it around his body and Greg Edwards marks the ball in front of goal. Not very confident at the moment. Edwards to have a shot. He kicked it across to Peter Krieg.
Edwards has been a good player in this quarter, but it showed his lack of confidence in his foot there by giving it away and giving it to Krieg, who's no closer.
Certainly a better kick, though.
Drop pass, pulled it.
No.
He's missed it.
Yes, he pulled it off. He started to straighten up, but not enough.
That's 2-3 to Krieg. He's missed 3 pretty easy chances too. They've all been straight in front, 2 on the run, 1 from a set shot. Central District are doing very well at the moment. 10-13 to 16-9. Sims with a drop punt. Robertson the front spot. 3 Central Districts players up against Spill. Cousins. Wilson tapped it forward, only as far as Pake to Pfeiffer to Zubernick. Very good tackle on Zubernick though by Van Dommel. Zubernick won it back. He's playing beautifully. Heinrich. Pfeiffer fell over. Got it back, but he didn't do it too well. Krieg over the top. Van Dommel. Wilson's lurking on it. Van Dommel will get a free kick. Sturt crowd don't like it. Now he's got Norsworthy in the pocket.
I think they don't like it because that's what happened to Zubernick a few minutes ago. Nor's advantaged it to Norsworthy. Well done, and Norsworthy another chance to kick a goal. He's done it. Well done, Central Districts. Mark Norsworthy capitalising on that bit of play. Sturt not efficient enough with their handball across the half back line. The caught with the ball. The Central's recovered to go to kick their 11th goal. They are now 11 goals, 13. Leading Sturt, 16 goals, 8.
Trailing Sturt, 16-8. You
They
said
are
leading.
too. It won't be long the way they're going.
Norsworthy's got 3 goals, 3. He's had a lot of kicks today. That was his 14th. He should be very proud of his effort so far. Cousins again, against Spill. Cousins did it well to Robertson. This whole game has changed complexion towards centre half forward. Howard tucked it away. Krieg getting there. I don't know what's wrong with Pate, but he's not showing any dash for the moment. Krieg wildly. Now Pate gets back into it to Wiseman. She trapped it well there, Wiseman. Wilson ran him down. Reid missed it. Norsworthy. Robertson. He's made a bit of a difference, Robertson. Heinrich. Left foot. This is danger for Central. Radbone now, he's got Craig if he can get it quickly. That's what he's got to do. He did it too long, but the zoom. Graham intercepted. Oh, gee, that was bad, Radbone, because Craig was on. Graham goes over the top to Mox. Drop punt toward the goal. Sims ran underneath it. Edwards, right, almost a screamer. Wilson can't get through. Zubranic handballs back to Pate. Pate goes back to Howard. That's confidence. Howard with a drop punt. Gillies underneath it, missed it. Robertson won't though. Handball very good to Gillies. To Robertson. Robertson's playing very well. He's made a difference. Drop punt. Pate too tall for Norsworthy.
If Pate's just running around up there, he's lost complete perspective as far as Krieg is concerned. He was on Norsworthy on that occasion. Maybe there's loose men getting up there on the Sturt defence. Spoiled away by Big Cousins. Robertson tackled by Graham. Spiel recovers. Free kick to Spiel. Umpire Kinnear paying that free kick to Sturt. Kick to half forward. Motley in front. Flies. Bytheen. Knocked forward by Pfeiffer. Taken by Bubner. Breaks strongly. That's half the square plus a bit he ran. And a magnificent kick down to Norsworthy. Brendan Howard very loose at the moment. He's carrying a shoulder. There's absolutely no doubt about that. He did it in the second quarter. Ball knocked back into play.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Just bounced inside. Norsworthy almost kicked it out on the fall there.
Brendan Howard's left shoulder, left arm, hanging limp by his side.
He's in trouble, all right. Sturt might be too. Right the front spot. Sims at the back. Right got it down. Krieg's been a big winner. Handball over the top. Rusciak should kick a goal. Drop punt's going to miss. Oh, that's a bad miss. Rusciak 1-3. Shouldn't miss from there. 11-14 to 16-8. Pate's almost disorientated at the moment, isn't he? He's not sure where he is.
Well, I can see what's happening. Brendan Howard's let Mark Norsworthy come out onto that half-forward line. He's standing back in the goal square, and Timmy Pate's standing both Norsworthy and Peter Krieg at the moment.
That makes it hard. Sims to bring her back in. Didn't get onto it. Well, things are going Central District's way just for the moment. Trigg takes the mark. But the difference at the moment is that they're not putting it on the scoreboard.
They look as though they're trying to lose, Bruce.
High drop possible. Wright will set himself. So will Edwards. Juggled Mark Wiseman. Punched it through from behind. I think it was wise in the circumstances. And it's 11-15 to 16-8.
He was a wise man
on that occasion.
Trevor Sims again. Not kicking in very powerfully.
The wind's died, Rob. There's nothing in it now. No, not even a trickle.
Spiel, front spot, marks the ball. Cousins has played a very good game. Hicks has made a good move. He took in that he took more off the ground, put a bit more pace up in the forward line. It's just that Cousins come around with Spiel. Cousins is playing very, very well. Long kick by Spiel to centre wing. Hollis high. Pfeiffer in front, roving beautifully. Over to Zilm. Graham runs on for Zilm. Zilm straightens for the goal. This time he decides to kick the drop punt correctly. Davies in front. I'd like to have $1 every time it went up to Davies. Sturt haven't had it there, and they've only got it there 3 times. Basanko beat him once, and he's marked it the other 2 since halfway through the second quarter.
8 goals, 3 Davies has kicked.
They've been dominant Centrals in this game. Rick Davies had very little opportunity since, I would say, 17 minutes into the second quarter, and he kicked 8 goals before half-time.
Davies will kick his 9th.
No, he won't. He loves missing those, Bruce.
8-4 to Davies.
Why he misses those, I don't know, but he does it every now and then. He still
doesn't pull his kick, that's one thing for certain. He kicks right through it.
Well, I think a little bit more control. He may kick it too hard. Remember that one he missed against Hawthorn last year, or playing for Hawthorn rather, in the goal square. It came over on telly here in South Australia. I don't think he's ever forgiven himself, and he's got to blanket that sort of thinking out of his memory. I think there's a bit still there. Basanko. Bubner in the front, too tall. Peter Bubner from half-back. Very close to the man on the mark. Just controls the kick to the wing. Motley bodied out. Pake handballs it. Intercepted by Krieg. Magnificent kick forward. Robertson, Gillies. Loves this running into the goal. It's just a matter of kicking it straight. He's done that. Beautiful kick. Beautiful play, Central Districts. Another error by Sturt capitalised on. Central Districts 12 goal 15. Sturt 16 goals 9.
Central District players thrilled with themselves at the moment. They're getting great run from Gillies and Krieg and Robertson. They're within 3 goals.
The way Sturt are playing at the moment, they will lose by 5. But I don't think they've got much left.
That's a big statement, Robert.
They will lose by 5. If it rains, it might save them a little bit, but that's about all.
Yeah, but that's been coming for 10 minutes. It hasn't
hurry
got
up
yet.
For Sturt's sake.
Cousins with a tap towards centre half forward. Zoom's doing all right. Should have got a free kick there. Handball by Craig. Heinrich. Long. Davies has got a chance. No, didn't get to him. Smith might get the chance. Bone. Rick not moving too well. You notice he pulled up very properly there when he tried to chase Bone toward the half-back flank, and it's out of bounds. Davies, I don't think he'll be doing much running. He won't go out of that goal square.
He doesn't
He's very
have to.
proppy.
Sturt have got to pick up something around the packs. Rovers have got to start getting a couple of kicks. They've got to get a bit of movement. Ball hits the ruckman on the head. Pfeiffer bundled off the ball by Thomas. To Rusciak. Radbone off his body and out of bounds. He's fallen right out of the game, Chris Radbone. Sturt making some very, very bad errors with possession play. Central's capitalising with some excellent football as they're running the ball into attack at this stage. Spiel and Cousins. Cousins in front this time. Knocks it to Radbone. Radbone kicks it into the man. Another error. Craig ran on for him. A handball over the top was on. Didn't see it. Just kicked it into the man. Sturt a little bit panicky.
They've kicked 4 goals since the 17-minute mark of the second quarter, and Central have kicked 10. Spiel the front spot. Mobs gave it to Rusciak. Rusciak's lifted. Van Dommel. I suppose you could say that about a lot of players. Wilson getting set. Magnificent mark, Wilbur. He'll play it on quickly. Zubernick couldn't run him down. Wilson with a left foot. Missed it behind. Sturt have kept the pressure on Wilson all day. That's his first score today. It's 12-16 to 16-9.
Howard is off and Parker is in the back pocket for Sturt.
Sims with a drop punt. Spiel, Cousins, great mark. Well, Central District, I wonder if they can finish it off. 12-16 to 16-9. They've come from nowhere today. Robertson on a lead against Reed. Robertson takes the mark. Made an enormous difference, Robertson. He's got Norsworthy in the pocket. Darrington's about 10 metres away, but he's going to have a shot for goal. Important kick for Jeff Robertson. Drop punt.
Beautiful kick.
It's gone straight through. Magnificent goal, as Robert said, off the boot. Robertson's got his second. Central District a 13-6 and Sturt a 16-9.
Robertson's got resting in the forward pocket on Peter Reid. He's proving to be too tall. Peter Reid's got to get himself really psychologically set to compete for these kicks that are coming in, because Central District have taken charge across the centre of the ground, and they're giving ample opportunities now up forward to their forward players, as Sturt did early in the match.
Spiel against Cousins. I have a feeling of deja vu at the moment. It's unbelievably similar to the other game at Football Park earlier in the year. Craig a bit lucky. Got the mark. But the symptoms are exactly the same as what happened at Football Park. Craig from the centre. I wonder if the result will be the same. Davies setting himself. Almost took the mark. Thomas, quick kick. Cousins stumped it forward. Zoom trapped it well. He's had a number of kicks. Spiel sets himself.
Smith. No, Graham. They had a choice there. Short kick. Sturt with a chance to steady Bruce. They'll need it. They're in trouble.
Graham's kicked 1-1. Straight in front. One wouldn't expect him to miss like Davies did moments ago. He hasn't. He put for his second goal. So Michael Graham's got 2-1. And the Double Blues get that steadier. They're 17-9 to 13-6.
Yes, the steadier was the free kick that Neil Craig got in the centre of the ground. Central's had 3 blokes to the fall of that ball. Craig was inadvertently tackled. Perhaps a little bit fortunate. Some of them have been paid, some haven't. But it enabled Sturt to steady, got the ball into their forward line and gave them a chance. Central's playing very, very well around the packs at the moment. Dean Mobbs came on off the interchange bench during the second quarter, and he's done some very telling handballs, and his ability to contest the ball around the pack is absolutely excellent.
Almost into the time-on period. Richard Cousins continuing to lift himself. Spiel and also Van Dommel against one another. Darrington's handball to Zubernick, to Craig. Zubernick hasn't made an error. Craig took Graham on and did it well. Left foot high. Bytheen and Motley. Oh, really a great mark by Motley. Bytheen was in the best position. Smith beautifully to Graham. Left foot will go through. The Unley crowd erupt. Graham kicks his third. 18-9 the Blues. 13-16 Central.
Well, if this is the sort of football we're going to expect from now on, Bruce, last Sunday will be nothing by comparison, or this will not pale in comparison to last Sunday's performance between Sturt and Port, because some of this movement of the ball now and the movement of the players, they're certainly putting in some effort. Sturt responding now a little bit. They've been in strife. They've just picked up a couple of good team plays in the last couple of seconds that have allowed them to settle.
Cousins and Spill, we're into the time-on period in what's been a magnificent third quarter. Cousins took it off Spill. Spill tapped it backwards. Edwards with a chance, and he's taken the mark. Plays it on. Oh, yes, does play it on. Now he should kick the goal. Drop punt straight through. Edwards, really lacking confidence, was going to play it on the right. He's got his first goal, and it's 14-16 Central District. Sturt 18-9.
Yes, that's where you've got to be careful. I think Michael Wright erred there, in fact, running past his teammate, calling for that handball when he caught him when he wasn't thinking, or caught him on his reflex. He wasn't thinking of the handball, he was thinking of the goal he was going to kick and going to set himself for it. And in settling himself for it, he could have made an absolute hash of that, and Centrals can't afford a hash just yet.
The ball has been bounced 36 times in the middle, and Frank Spill's gone for every one of them. He won that one. Van Dommel, Norsworthy, beautifully to Krieg, long to the square. Edwards and Sims. Sims did beautifully to get it away. Wiseman, Zubrnik, Derrington, Parker, Hake, Parker, wobbly kick, Bubner. Took the mark, was almost going to play on.
He did.
Schofield,
He did play
it
on.
well.
Yes.
To Graham. Graham will go to the goal square. Davies couldn't get it. Basenko was hanging on to him, and it fell into the arms of Thomas.
Michael Graham's made a couple of bad errors with the kick. Didn't settle that in. A beautiful rebound to Cousins across to Basenko. Basenko kicking into the half-forward line. Zubrnik, who's shown a clean pair of heels all day to Wilbur. Wilbur flashed into it just once or twice a few moments ago, but Zubrnik's magnificent at half-back. Finds Craig. Craig's going to stand there and have a fight with Rusciak. Unnecessary. Going to run off the mark. Sturt have got to keep the ball moving. It's a long kick by Craig over half of Motley from the back. Can't quite complete the marks. He's getting his hands on them. Motley with a chance. Tackles Bytheen when not in possession. Peter Bytheen playing centre half back now. Kicks it out wide to Dean Mobbs. Mobbs playing very well. Fakes the handball, then gives it. He's gone. Philip Graham. Beautiful evasion, Graham. Knocked on by somebody who I can't see. Kicked by Mobbs. Mobbs into half forward, off hands from right. Recovers. Gives the ball to Krieg on his wrong foot. Zubrnik running on. Keeps his eye on the ball. Playing magnificently in the back pocket. He shone for Nord there a few years ago in that same position. Ball relieved, and Mobbs takes a magnificent mark.
Some great football at the moment. Zubrnik's the star today. Mobbs from the centre. Short. Finds Trigg. This next 2 or 3 minutes is vital. Central District, if they can get a goal or two, they'll be right with Sturt at three-quarter time. They must get a goal from this. The kick toward full forward. Reed, Zubrnik, threw it away. Pate recovered. Handball was good. Parker comes out of defence with a drop punt, and Craig will take the kick down the ground. That was very loose, Van Dommel. Now Craig will try and get it on, I reckon, to Davies, or he might be too far away. Davies on a lead. Craig high. Davies will get there. Front spot by Thiem. Zoom. Or didn't give it to Hollis. He'll have a shot himself, and it'll miss.
Zoom has so many opportunities, Bruce. When he could perhaps kick the goal, he just can't get the ball into his foot square when he's under pressure on that sort of kick. Darryl Smith would have just potted that as he did earlier.
Thought he might have used Hollis, and Hollis is very good on the reflex, isn't he?
Yes, he's not too good on his own reflex, getting rid of it, I don't think. Spiel and Cousins again. Spoiled towards Thomas. Playing well in defence. Thomas.
Bone that was, Robert.
Bone, sorry. Back to Andrew Zilm. Zilm now with a chance to kick the ball deep into attack. 29-minute mark of the third quarter. It's a beautiful kick on this occasion. Davies, spoiled away by Bytheen. He's dropped back from centre half back. Thomas. Davies out there. Davies again. Dummies a handball. Dummies it again. Goes for a banana kick. Very close. Magnificent bit of footy by the big fellow. Just missing the goal and through from behind. His fourth.
8-5. He's got 8-5, Robert.
8-5. I'm underrating him. Sorry. That's equal. He'll have 14 shots again like he did last week at full forward. It's a lot of kicks.
18-11 Sturt, 14-16 Central District. Since half-time, Sturt have added 3-5 and Central have kicked 6 goals, 7. And that's been a true indication of the play. Twice as many shots and twice the number of points they've scored.
Dean Mobbs going off the ball for a breather. Won't have to wait long for three-quarter time. Peter Krieg now having a run on Ruckman as Neil Basenko kicks to the grandstand side. Off hands. Oops, a mark paid. I'm not so sure that it was. Thomas gives the ball to Gillies. Gillies with a long handball towards Trigg. Trigg over half forward, a beautifully placed kick to Edwards. He couldn't miss this, but he has. Sims' strength gets underneath him, forced him off balance as Rusiak goes into the goal square and Michael Wright marks. Handballs to Edwards, who goals. Well done, Centrals. Hit the post. Hit the post. Inside edge of the post.
And I tell you what, Edwards doesn't like it. He must have thought it was a goal too off the boot. And normally,
You think he said it hit the post, did he?
he did. Yeah, he touched it with the post. The goal umpire.
I see. Gosh, it was because that was straight through the centre from 100 mile away.
I don't know if Darryl Hicks has got a sore neck or he didn't believe it either. But Sims brings it back in. It was a golden opportunity. Missed. That was a funny one by Wright, playing on like he did. Mobbs. Spill went for the big kick. Norsworthy. Left foot around the body. He's looking for Wilson. Oh, Supernick, what a game he's played. He is the best man on the ground by 100 miles.
He's got to keep calm though.
Wiseman gives Wright a little shove to make sure that he knows it's a 15-metre.
He had no right to touch him, Michael Wright.
So it's Zubernick who's killing them today. It'll be a 30-metre penalty.
That's the thing that sparks the fighting that goes on in football, Bruce, when players lose their cool. The umpire moves in quickly and gets the initial offender. That's when the game settles down. We've had some wonderful footy here this afternoon. I think we all enjoy watching the good footy.
Who are you blaming there, Wright or Wiseman for coming in late? Or both?
Well, Wiseman had no right to come in either, but Wright had a go in the first place.
Sure. Zubernick with a kick after a 30-metre penalty. High. Spill the front spot. Bything's played a good quarter. So's Gillies. Little left footer. Robertson on a lead. Well done, Peter Reid. Norsworthy missed it. It'll go out of bounds. Hollis and Reid were trying to dive on it, but it went out of bounds. There's a siren. What a quarter by Central District. They've sprung some life into it. 14-17 to Sturt 18-11. Start of the last quarter, Central District within 3 goals after a great comeback. 18-11 to 14-17. Tap by Spill. Graham. Central kicking to what was the scoring end in the first half, but the wind has definitely died. Philip Graham almost juggled a good one. Radbone against him. Radbone might be playing on a half-forward flank. Hollis short, looking towards Craig. Smith trapped it well. Bone rode him into the ground. Derrington as far as Craig. Craig weaved out of it beautifully. Got it to Radbone. That was magnificent by Craig. Radbone to Pfeiffer. The little bloke should kick it. He does. And the Rubber Blues get a goal. 19-11 to 14-17. A Pfeiffer who hasn't had many touches has kicked his first.
You know, Sturt fortunate in some respects because Craig was in all sorts of trouble at centre half forward when being tackled in some sort of a panic straight, and then he turned and sent out a long handball to Radbone, and Radbone's handball, which looked like being too strong to Pfeiffer, lobbed right on his tummy, and Pfeiffer able to just walk in for the simplest of goals.
Change here. I think Craig's in the centre. Michael Graham having a run and Heinrich on a wing as he has been all day, but Radbone's gone to half forward. That was well done by Craig. Cousins won the tap, but Spill nullified it. Craig put his body there. Van Dommel, handball, not all that good.
Good bit of work there by Hollis at centre half forward on the chase. Pate gets a touch. He's fallen out of the game a bit, but here he comes now. He loves running with the ball. It's the rebound that counts against him as he goes to full forward to the big fella. And he's up there, Kazali, no mark. Not paid. I think he thought he marked it. So did everybody else on the ground as Bone clears for Central Districts. Clears it towards Cousins. He makes an error. Another error. Blocked it, but this time he gets a third chance. Finds Norsworthy. He finds the ground. Gillies has to run backwards. He's fallen. Tackled. Long handball to Spiel. The Samara's coming back again. Motley. Bything smacks him in the head. And what is a deliberate punch? There was no effort to tackle or bump. Bything very lucky not to be reported as Motley takes a free kick from the centre of the ground. Long kick into the full forward area to Davies, flying high, spoiled away by Bything. Well done. Hollis onto the left foot, kicks for the goal and threads it onto the post.
Beautiful kick, Hollis. How unlucky was he? He's kicked 2 goals, 1 so far today. Davies, a bit sore, full forward. I think he hurt himself, not the last time he went for the mark, but the time before. Hollis hitting the post. What would have been a superb goal. Kicking by Basanko high. Cousins and Spill. Cousins a front spot, Spill, but Van Dommel read it well.
Message going out to Bything. I think he might be just having a quiet word from Darryl to keep himself under control. Norsworthy tackled by Derrington. Played on. Mobbs. Cousins. Long handball by Cousins, finds Krieg, he sends out a long one to Gillies. Gillies coming around the centre half forward, he's got the chance to convert, and he does. Will it be a goal? No, it's offline. One behind the Central Districts, 11, 14, 18, Sturt 19, 12.
2-2 to Gillies, Sims to bring it back in. Drop punt to the outer side, Craig there with Krieg and also Robertson. Spill interfered with Craig, then Cousins took it, left foot. Not a good kick, Cousins, that was loose. It just bounced inside though, and it'll be a ball in.
Craigie not too impressed with Frank.
No lack of understanding, which is unusual in Sturt. They've got such a wonderful team game.
He's hurt Craig though, Spill's hurt Craig.
Sims and Wright. I want to lift out a Wright. He didn't do a lot in that third quarter when they were running. Darrington, Wright got it back, quick kick. Here's a chase for Wiseman, Edwards and Zubernick. The ball bounced beautifully for Wiseman, but he went without it. But played it in front of himself. Edwards' tackle was very good. Wilson's there, Rusciak. 2 tackles on Rusciak, one by Parker, one by Zubernick. Ball up. Neil Craig, a little ginger. A little gingerly.
Yes,
I think that's the word after that.
Frank Spill collided with him very strongly from the back.
Ball up on the half-forward flank. Right. Sims did it well. Sims 2 to Darrington, to Wiseman. Drop punt into the centre, Michael Graham.
Beautiful kick.
Gillies did well, though, to compete so strongly and take the mark. It was a great effort by Gillies. I think that surprised a few, but he did very well.
Michael Graham's hands. It's a good, strong take. He kicks it forward to Robertson. Robertson, Reid on the mark. Robertson 60 metres from goal.
He's a strong kick. He kicked 2 in the third quarter. He's going short to Wright. Wiseman against him. Wright takes the mark.
Geez, a good mark, isn't he? He's tall.
Michael Wright not happy after that particular exchange between he and Wiseman. There was nothing in it, though. Wright so far today has kicked 2 goals.
Van Dommel standing in the middle of the ground calling for the ball, and he's got no right to, just taking Michael Wright's concentration. Didn't affect him too much. He just dropped it right through. Well done, Michael Wright. That's a magnificent goal, Bruce. Player in the centre taking his concentration on the kick when he was in no better position. And Michael Wright kicks Central's 15th goal. They're 15-18, trailing Sturt 19 goals 12.
Third goal to Michael Wright, and that's his 50th for the season. It's a first-class effort. Played most of it at centre half forward, some of it at full forward, so he joins the 50-goal club.
Yes, he's a wonderful mark and kick player. His recovery perhaps leaves a little bit to be desired, but his ability to mark the ball, particularly in this dry weather, and to kick the ball straight and over quite long distances, gives Central something to aim at, and he's a very, very dangerous player in their forward line.
3 goals of difference, 19-12 to 15-18. Spill and Cousins. They've rucked the whole of the second half against one another. Spill rucked all day. Van Dommel, Miss Rusciak. Graham's in there for Sturt. Philip Heinrich. Good tackle by Van Dommel. Darrington, Van Dommel, Gillies ball up. And Rusciak as well. Central District fighting hard. It'll be Spill. Cousins hung up there for ages. Free kick against him though.
No, you get the free kick. He put his foot in Spill's stomach and Spill grabbed his leg.
Cousins short. Gillies from centre half forward. Drop punt, missed it. Behind, so Gillies has missed 2 in the last 2 minutes. Gillies today has kicked 2-3. Central District 15-19 to 19-12.
Frank Spill losing a bit of his cool. He's upset Neil Craig, ran into his back. Now he's given a free kick away. Big fellows fly, off hands to Mobbs, Mobbs to Robertson, not to Robertson, he's missed him, Rusciak, Mobbs running on, he'll get the distance. The accuracy is not good, just offline, through from behind. Central's now 15 goals 20, Sturt 19-12. Central's doing all the attacking, playing very well. Sturt can't get that ball running through the centre line at the moment.
Sims to bring it back for the 20th time today. Straight down the ground towards Spill. Cousins from the back. Gillies having a lot of touches. Cousins is also to Krieg. High kick by Krieg. Edwards and Sims. Sims, great mark. Play on. This will be a goal. Norsworthy, will it go? No. Yes, no. Wilson, not 10 metres though. Right, snaps high. Just like Norsworthy behind. I was trying to blow Norsworthy through. I couldn't quite get it there. Do you think Sims marked it?
I thought he swallowed it.
3-1 to Wright, 15-21 to 19-12. Norsworthy looked short to kick a goal there. Just kicked it straight up in the air.
Central's had an opportunity. Well, that's the chance they had. I think the umpire might have made a miscalculation. Sims out to halfway. From the back, Tim Pate. Been a bit spasmodic today. Magnificent first quarter, but fell out of it in the second too. It's a long kick by Pate to centre wing. Hollis from the front. Spoiled on by Central District. Gillies recovering quickly into defence. He's tackled. Throws the ball. Ball left his hand before he hit it. Thomas. Cross to Philip Graham. Graham going backwards. Central's moving it into the Sturt attacking zone as Bytheen steadies for them and gives it to Mobs, who's worked very hard since he's played. Trigg tries for a tricky handball. Tricked his teammate, in fact. Michael Graham tries to knock it on. Too high on Tim Derrington. Central's players running in. Umpire very late with the whistle. Thought the free was the first time. The second one, very lucky to get it, Jimmy Derrington. Derrington from the centre. Over half forward towards Davies and Bytheen. Davies lays it off. Over the neck to Motley. Graham recovers. Well done, Philip Graham to Mobs. Played a wonderful game since coming onto the ground. 70 metres to half forward. Parker from behind. Spoils it forward. Craig getting hold. He can't get it to sit through at all. Recovers. Pate. Spiel. Trouble. Well done, Spiel. If he'd have given it when he was going to, it would have been intercepted. Michael Graham can't get near the ball at the moment. Central's moving away to Norsworthy from Krieg. Gillies. Trigg running up with the ball. Craig after him. Craig feeling the pinch at this stage, I'd say. Hasn't played for so many weeks. Ball to the full forward zone. Zubranic there again. What a game he's played, the little fella, on Wilbur Wilson this afternoon. It's out of bounds in the back pocket for Sturt. Forward pocket for Central. About 30 metres from their goal.
Paul Bagshall coming out to have a word to Andrew Zulm, who's standing Stephen Trigg. Right. Sims laid it off to Parker. To Derrington. Sturt steady at the moment in the crisis. Bytheen and Motley. Cousins. Very good job by Zulm. Holding the ball back well. Cousins and Zulm will be a ball up.
I think umpire Kinnear was unsighted. There's no doubt that was holding the ball, but I think he was unsighted on the decision. Sturt certainly need a free kick across that centre line to get themselves into attack, because they're not going to do it the way they're playing.
15 points of difference. Cousins playing a big game. Zubranic takes them up. I said in the third quarter he's the best player on the ground by a long way. And
he's the best by two ways, I think.
He is. He's killed them today.
Beautiful game. Controlled all day. Kept a cool head. To half forward. Bubner over the back. Central have made a mistake. They'd 4 up. Rusciak's got to save the day, and he has. Well done, Lindsay Rusciak. 4 Sturt players. 4 on the ground. 4 Central players in the air. And Lindsay Rusciak recovered the ball for Central Districts. Excellent bit of scouting. He's played on. Bubner, tackled by Hollis. Spill, dummies, Motley, gets a kick away. It's a very important kick for Sturt. Pfeiffer, given the run of the ball by Smith. He's tackled though. Bytheen recovers. Rebounds to the centre wing. Michael Graham with an opportunity. Ball runs out of bounds nearly. Gives the handball to Derrington. Been very quiet. Derrington long into Davies. Davies spoilt by Basenko. Smith half volleys. Bounce.
Since three-quarter time, Sturt have kicked 1-1. Central 1-4. Important period coming up this next 5 minutes. Davies with a tap out. Bubner. Central have made a couple of errors in the last minute or two. Trigg takes the mark. Always willing to play on Central District. The Van Dommel. Drop punt. Out of bounds on the full. Another error. It's creeping into their game.
That's the one they can't afford. He had a free leg. Going for that short kick again, Bruce. A bit tired. He'd have been better off to let the leg flow through the ball.
Target with a drop punt toward the centre wing. Bytheen sets himself. Cousins takes a strong mark. Not paid. Thought he hurled that.
Bruce, that I think is quite disgusting. He must feel ashamed, that young man. It's a magnificent mark. That's twice the umpires have made indecision in this last quarter on the mark.
Cousins and Spill. Cousins took off early, almost to Krieg. Craig did well. He's standing right alongside Krieg and again a ball up.
If the player's in front, Bruce, and he stops the ball dead, his hands must stop it first.
Goals have been easy to get all day, and all of a sudden they've become hard. Spill, Cousins. Cousins took off early. Norsworthy to Bytheen. Bytheen with a quick kick. Rusciak using the body right, a strong mark. He'll play it on quickly to Trigg. They run themselves into trouble though. Rusciak under trouble. Pfeiffer with a quick kick. Mark there by Krieg. Krieg in the centre. Drop punt. Mobs takes the mark against Pate. Mobs at centre half forward. Long way out, about 50 metres, but he is a prolific kick.
It's a bit tired now, though, Bruce. He's worked very hard.
I'll back him to get the distance. I reckon he'll get it easily.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just the accuracy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a matter of whether he pulls with his leg because he's a bit tired, whether he can just keep it on line.
Drop punt by Mobs by the look of it. The captain.
Oh,
It's
beautiful.
strong. Didn't quite get it.
We just
Sims
did our
got
money.
there. I did mine all right. Sims plays it to the boundary line, and it'll be a ball in.
That's
But
pretty
I
strong.
thought he was going to use the screw punt.
No, but I'd have bet him with that.
No, you're right.
Did not carry him quite as far. Out of bounds. Sims and right. 12 for Centrals is right. He makes front spot. Covering to the ball is Robertson. Throws it onto his boot for a goal. Well done, Jeff Robertson. Played very well since he's come onto the ground as an interchange player. Central District 16-21. Sturt 19 goals 12.
That was a great snap by Robertson. Kicked 3 goals so far today, Jeff Robertson, since coming on. Central District camp wanting just a little bit more today. 19-12 to 16-21. They've been beaten by 3 goals in 8 games this season, and they're within that target at the moment.
They're going well too.
They're within 9 points. Getting dark at Unley. Cousins won the tap. Van Dommel tackled, and it'll be a ball up. Plenty of time left. Only been playing 14 minutes of this the last term. This ground was very quiet at one stage in the first half, but it's come alive all right. Cousins and Spiel. Cousins with a tap. Pfeiffer, Norsworthy. Radbone pushes it forward only as far as Krieg, and Radbone's got to get a free kick. High tackle.
The Sturt public barrackers have been very noisy all day, Bruce. They were cheering, now they're all praying.
Kick the centre half forward, and this will be a free kick against Derrington to Bytheen.
The shepherding when the ball was within 5 metres.
Bytheen from centre half back.
Played well at centre half back, having been annihilated at full back. Cousins interfered with. Heinrich not going for the ball as Bubner clears the ball to half forward to Mobbs. Mobbs gives it to Wilson. Wilson with an opportunity to throw it under his boot. His first kick for the day is a goal. Well played, Wilbur Wilson. Well played, Central Districts.
Magnificent goal by Central Districts. 17-21 to 19-12. Central District within 3 points. Wilson has had very few touches, has got his first goal, and a big finish coming up. Murray, we can hear all your directions. It's off-putting. Darryl Hicks wanting some more and talking to the bench at the moment. 19-12 to 17-21. Cousins against Davies. Davies has come onto the ball. Radbone over the top.
Bad handball by Radbone into half forward. Panicking under the pressure as the kick's relieved by Centrals to Trigg. Right behind him, Zoom tackles him. Very unlucky not to be paid the mark, Stephen Trigg. Ball taken now by Andrew Zoom. Just forward of centre for Sturt. Zoom kicking into the full forward area. Spiel resting up there now and has marked the ball. Coach Odie has made a very important move. He's taken Davies out of the goal square, substituting him with a man much taller and much tireder. Let's see whether he can convert this. Very important kick for Sturt. Stutters a little bit, the big fellow. He's just punched a very gentle controlled drop punt. And Frank Spiel gives Sturt a little bit more breathing space. Central District still looking good though. Very unfortunate then when Stephen Trigg appeared to take a mark ahead of Zoom, recovered the ball, was tackled, we paid a penalty against him, and as a result, Andrew Zoom was put Sturt into attack, and Frank Spiel took an excellent mark in front of goal and converted. 20 goals, 12 Sturt, Central's 17 goals, 21 at the 17-minute of the last quarter.
32 scoring shots to 38. Sturt hanging on. Davies back in the ruck. Cousins, Davies over the top, straight to Cousins. Quick kick by the big blonde ruckman. Wilson right underneath it. Zubranek again brilliantly. Rushak's got it though. Zubranek back on it. Mobbs with a chance. Kick's going to go close. Sims play it to the boundary line, and it'll be a ball in.
Zubranek certainly knows where the ball is.
Yes. 2012, 17-21. Cousins playing a big game.
Zubranek certainly getting in there, Bruce, for the ball and intercepting as best he can.
Wright and Sims Wright snatched it out of the air. Left foot snap's gone through. It's a goal. Wright has kicked his 5th goal. They make that 4. Wright's got 4 and Central District's back within 3 points. 18-21 to 2012.
Yes, that was well done by Michael Wright. Chose to jump up, take possession of the ball, caught the Sturt ruckman. Not ready. Quickly put it on his boot, kicked a very, very well-controlled left foot kick.
Back in the centre, 2012 to 18-21. Wiseman coming down to the forward line for Sturt. Motley's gone to centre half back, so Odie's made another change. Cousins gave it away. Heinrich, there's a high tackle on him. Umpire's bringing it back. Heinrich to take the free kick from the centre wing. Gillies with his hands up. Heinrich from the centre. It's been a magnificent comeback by the Bulldogs. Drop punt, looking towards Spill. Spill's got it. Gee, this has made a difference, this move by Odie. Spill's taken 2 big marks with his height.
Might be a bit
Kick
far
one
out.
goal. Spill from about 50 metres out. Maybe a bit closer in. Drop punt. Missed it. Behind. 2013 to 18-21. Spill's got 1-1. Bything brings it back in with a drop punt. Cousins on the lead. Davies a bit loose. Cousins quickly plays it on. Oh, trouble for Bone. Great tackle by Radbone. Central District's errors are creeping into it. Radbone. Left foot toward the goal front. Spill getting set again against Bubner. Thomas almost took a good one. Trying to get back on it again. He recovered well. Handball, but there'll be a free kick going back.
Daryl Smith against Daryl Smith, Bruce. Tacker when the Central player was not in possession. Brzanko cross to the half-back line. Davies pushed out. Radbone dummies around. Kicks short and strong. Magnificent take. Oops, Spills kicked it the wrong way. Straight to Bone. Bone with a magnificent pass over to Trigg. Trigg plays on. Over half forward. It's a long kick. Motley dropping back. Sims coming from behind. And Michael Wright's marked it. Motley stepped out of the road then to allow Sims to come through to mark the ball. And Trevor Sims couldn't make the grade. And as a result, we see Michael Wright with an opportunity to kick for goal 40 metres out.
Wright has kicked 4 goals, 1 today. This is the most important kick he's had for the club for a long time. He can put Central Districts in front. 18-21 to 2013. The Dogs were 10 goals down at one stage today. Drop punt by Wright has gone through. They're in front. Look at him. He's absolutely overcome with joy. Central District must keep their cool now. They're 19-21 and Sturt at 2013 and they're really running.
Michael Wright playing an excellent game. Peter Bottler's been moved to centre half back to try to curb Michael Wright. But Central Districts this afternoon are certainly sure they're not going to lose another game. They're playing very well. We said during the third quarter, I said that I thought they'd win by 5 goals the way they were playing, and Sturt are certainly in trouble now.
Davies in the ruck. What a job Cousins has done. Magnificent. Davies won it. Krieg, next goal's important. Trigg couldn't get rid of it. A great tackle on him by Davies. Craig, over the top to Heinrich. Heinrich to Graham. Graham from centre half forward, 1 bounce. Gets around Robertson, though the tackle was good. He stopped Graham in his tracks. Bone, high left footer. Getting underneath it was Krieg and he takes the mark.
It was beautifully done there by Jeff Robertson. Some magnificent football. Peter Krieg from half-back. Long kick. Michael Wright in front. He's unbeatable at the moment, Michael Wright. Michael Wright kicking into Wilbur Wilson. Wilson's got Cleary, handballs forward, running into the open goal. Lindsay Roos back, and he's hit the post. What bad luck for Central Districts, or should we say bad kick? That's certainly a sign of tiredness. Rusiak's worked very, very hard.
19-22 to 2013. Sims brings it back in with a drop punt toward the centre. Oh, nearly a great mark by Krieg. Davies has handballed to Derrington. Derrington towards Pate. Heinrich got in his road for the moment. Over the top to Derrington. Wilson putting the pressure on. Derrington with a high one. Spill trying to get to it. Brzanko takes the mark. The difference is 3 points. Basenko plays it on quickly. Van Dommel's got some run. Trigg wants it short. Van Dommel to Trigg. Central District with a big chance. Trigg plays on around Redbone. One bounce. Trigg says go long. Trigg goes toward the pocket, and there's a beautiful pass. He kept his head, and Edwards takes the mark. Mobbs tells him to settle it down. We're getting toward the time on period. Edwards has kicked poorly all day.
It was a cool bit of play there by Trigg. Didn't panic. The kick was on, and he played the kick ahead of Edwards, gave him the opportunity to mark it. Now Edwards with an opportunity. Hasn't kicked well today, but maybe the further distance he'll let his leg go, give this a ride. He has done just that. It's a magnificent kick. Well done, Greg Edwards. Full points, and the Bulldogs gone further ahead.
2-4 to Edwards. He's lifted in the second half. Hardly had a kick up to half-time. And Central District are 20-22 and Sturt at 20-13. This has been a magnificent performance.
They certainly have earned their 9-point lead. They started 10 minutes before half-time. It's an exact reverse of the earlier game of the year when Sturt caught up Centrals after Centrals had played magnificently in the first quarter and a half.
Central District's coach standing motionless at the moment, Darryl Hicks. Davies and Cousins. Cousins won the tap. Davies tapped it on. Craig thumped it forward to Pake. Sturt need a lift somewhere. Derrington's trying to provide it. Pake's got it over to Heinrich. The Blues are still in with a chance. One bounce. Two bounces. He's run around Bone. Heinrich's going to take them all on. Three bounces. He goes to Zoom. It missed Zoom's body. Zoom with a snap. A behind. 2014 to 2022. 8 points the difference. You think they wasted a chance there?
They did. Michael Graham was standing at centre-half forward on his own. Andrew Zoom having a look. But Philip Heinrich's working very, very hard. Tried to do too much on his own. Wiseman spoiling away on the kick-out. Playing the ball ahead of him. Pfeiffer takes possession. Kicks it into the goal square. Spill and Basenko. Spill's marked a couple. Can't hold this one. Bubner it is. And Bubner kicking the ball long. Redbone dropping back at centre wing. He's in trouble though. Norsworthy moving in, but not quickly enough. Michael Graham from behind, he can't grab it. Spill kicks her in danger off the ground, lucky not to be penalised. 39 for Central Districts, who is Stephen Bowles. I can't pick the difference between him and Jamie Thomas, Bruce.
Started to rain as it's into the time on period. It's raining at Unley. Spill, Holler, Spill thumps it toward the goal square. Taken there by Rusciak. Little kick around the body to Trigg. That might be the steadier for Central. 8 points the difference.
26
Got Wilson
minutes.
short. Will it go out in the full? Wilson marked it. Didn't. Out on the full.
26 minutes gone, Bruce. Central's definitely got their nose in front.
They've kicked 6 goals in this quarter, and Sturt have kicked 2, so we could say there'll be about 29 minutes. Probably about a 29-minute quarter. Zubernick with a high one toward the goal square. Spill getting set. Almost a good mark. Not paid. Bubner, Pfeiffer, it'll be a ball up. Centrals came from 10 goals down at one stage in the second quarter. They're in front by 8 points. 2022 to 2014. Spill with a tap. Pfeiffer couldn't take it. Central District are desperate. Bone plays it to the line and it'll be a ball in.
Out of bounds in the forward pocket. Sturt showing a little bit of uncharacteristic calm. They're not calm at the moment. Jimmy Derrington caught with the ball. Too high. Receive a free kick. Sturt panicking a little on the give. They're certainly not finding their teammate as accurately as they were before. Jim Derrington, very tired player. He kicks this goal, and he has to kick it. It's a very important kick. And he has kicked it.
What a finish we've got coming up. Derrington's kicked his first. Sturt get back within a kick. Sturt at 21-14, Central at 20-22. And this is where the experience of Sturt, who have won a lot of close finishes this year, may tell. Central District has lost so many games by such a small margin. Now, can they steady?
Well, that's a magnificent kick, Bruce. The important thing was the way he kicked the goal. Like he's a long way out, set kick, all the pressure on him. Schofield to bounce the ball. Davies. Cousins over the top. Lays it off to Krieg. Krieg's caught. Hollis after him. They've managed to stalemate it on the corner of the square. Slightly towards Sturt end.
Davies and Cousins it'll be. 3 minutes of time on gone. Magnificent game at Unley. Davies will get a free kick. Sturt have got a chance. They've got to score off this. Davies short. He's got Heinrich running. Will it sit up for him? Gillies runs into the boundary line. Heinrich keeps it in. Heinrich from the pocket with a snap. It's going close. Touched. Still in the goal square. Bytheen with a handball. This could be the steadier. Bytheen to Bone. Bone's wrist kick will come to the boundary line. Trigg and Radbone. Radbone did it beautifully. Radbone goes short towards Smith. Couldn't find him. Bytheen taps it toward the boundary line, and it'll be a ball up. Gee, Radbone rode that bump magnificently.
That's determination. That's when someone doesn't want to lose. It was very well done. Must be right on the siren.
Central District want this desperately. I think Hicks deserves one of these. They've played so hard all year, and it'll be a ball in. Hicksy needs this. I think the Central Districts club deserve it in a way that Sturt have played magnificently as well. Davies, over the top Cousins. Graham kept it in play. Zoom toward the boundary line. Pfeiffer to Graham. Here's the chance. Graham hit the post. You wouldn't believe it. Within a point. You would not believe it. Hicks wants him to steady.
He could have run up to the goal line then though, Bruce. He panicked, Michael. He was on the leg. He could have run right into the front of the goal face and hooked it over his shoulder. He was free. That was magnificent play. Sturt had the chance and they couldn't take advantage of it. From full-back, Bubner. Grandstand side. Wiseman and Bytheen. Bytheen, ball spoiled from him. No free kicks going now. Derrington hoping that he might get one there as Bytheen ran into him. And he's hurt Jim Derrington too.
Players converging from everywhere at the moment. They're coming in from everywhere. They're going to bottle this up. Central District have brought about 10 players from everywhere. Mobbs is coming in. Cousins with a tap. Right handballs it toward the boundary line. Wilson and Hotler shoot. Wilbur keeps it in play towards Rusciak. This is an important period. Graham plays it to the boundary line. Ball in. I think the Dogs will win it. 5 minutes of time on. They're a point in front. Free kick to Graham. Free kick to Graham, I'm not sure. I'm probably pushing the back.